how do you perceive the argument that technology creates more jobs than it eliminates?
Now, as I said, that has not quite happened. It has eliminated jobs, all right, but it has not created jobs so far. But going further, technology will not create new jobs. Policy has to create new jobs. And what do I mean by saying this? See, so far in technology growth, we have been brutally ignoring the environmental sustainability concerns. We have butchered our environment. So what happens? Lot of e-waste, electronic junk, lot of plastic waste, assorted, gets thrown, gets dumped, gets replaced by new. On one hand, we are blaming Chinese for not supplying the rare earth metal for semiconductor industry, so that we are suffering there. On the other hand, so much of e-waste is scrapped and is polluting the environment. Okay. Now it's high time that policy-wise an impetus is given to the recycling industry. Now that presents a big opportunity. Rather than mining these rare earth materials afresh at high cost from God-forsaken places in geography, we can look at all these scrap as a resource. It's only a matter of having the right affordable technology and scaling to make it economical. But believe me, it can be done. All the waste plastic could be converted into diesel. How do you like it? Could be used as fuel. It is inflammable. Can you not burn plastic? Yes, you can burn. What is the chemical composition of plastic? It's carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and sometimes nitrogen. That's all. It doesn't contain any poison. It doesn't contain lead. It doesn't contain mercury. It doesn't contain arsenic. As such, it doesn't contain any poison for the environment or for the living forms. Its only problem is that it will live forever. And diamonds may or may not be forever, or plastic is forever. Okay? It's not biodegradable. It does not decompose. Nowadays, they are making some plastics which are also compostable, which can be converted back into manure if you put it in a pit properly. But then carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, these are all organic matters. It's not environment unfriendly. It is just that they are so durable that nothing happens to it. So the only option is you can either burn it or melt it and recycle it. Okay. Now, all the inflammable oils or fuels are also made of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. It's a chemical process to transform this one into that. Provided we know how to do it and we are able to do it economically enough and we are able to do it at large scale, we can do it. Now the biggest problem in this is that all the waste is assorted. All the waste is assorted, it's mixed up. So there are 7 types of plastic plus thermoset plastic plus composites, and all those are getting mixed up in scrap along with other waste. Now you can recycle something if it is isolated. If, for example, you have all plastic bottles, PET bottles only, you can throw away the cap and melt the bottle and you can easily recycle. But all other assorted waste is difficult to recycle for the simple reason that sorting out is a laborious manual work. Now that's what I am coming from. That is the employment potential for the next generation, for masses. They can do segregation. They could be segregation I will not call them laborers, but then they can engage gainfully in segregation, in collecting the correct type of plastic, all type of similar plastics together, all the ICs together, all the electronics together, all the glassware together, all the metals. And all these individual things can easily be put in a furnace and recycled. What is the big deal? Instead of mining, which is equally unfriendly process, it's not economical, it's not friendly, it's not ecologically sustainable. Instead of that, you go in a circular economy of whatever trash you are throwing, you recycle it. So, policy has to invest something in this one so that it creates employment potential for people to be able to recycle e-waste, plastic waste. They can do plantation, they can take care of green cover. These are the jobs. But so far we are not looking at these things as a job at all. Okay. Environment is the biggest concern today. We have to be friendly and considerate toward environment, and we have to invest something towards environment. And that's where the potential is now. If we don't do it, tomorrow it will be a hell for us. Okay. Now, this is the big avenue I see where new jobs could be created in technology, in chemical technology, in engineering, in mechanical engineering, also in electronics. You know, e-waste is a very important source for reclaiming gold and silver. All these ICs contain, CPU contains a lot of gold. It's a very attractive business, in fact. Only thing is it has not been scaled up. The problem is again segregation. You just throw the laptop, you just throw the cell phone along with battery. Now battery is another hazard. Okay. But battery again, all the lithium, all the lead acid battery components, from the used batteries, you could always take away those elements again and use them for new batteries after chemical treatment. Instead of mining these things fresh and putting pressure on environment. Okay. So it's a very big potential that is existing. But yes, technology alone will not do. It requires a policy push. It requires to make these businesses marketable. So that is where some policy dictate has to come. And as per policy, you have to make these avenues more attractive to be followed by people. Once people start following it, there will be a law of mass action and the cost will come down and you will be able to do it sustainably, more easily. So it will help environment, it will give employment, and it will improve our lives.